What's happening, everybody? JayShockblast here, and we have the official announcement tonight of the new Hell's Kitchen loot box, and this is going to be for the Marvel's The Defenders Netflix series event that is going on with Marvel Heroes Omega on consoles. This is Xbox One and PlayStation 4. This loot box will hit the stores officially on August 24th. That is this Thursday. And if you are concerned about the Mighty Women loot box going away, they have extended it with no actual cutoff time. So if you had a costume in the Mighty Women box that you were looking forward to, it's going to be extended. So both of these loot boxes will be in the store at the same time. So that's good news for everybody that had a costume. Maybe it was, the Phoenix costume for Jean Grey. Maybe it was Jane Foster Thor. Who knows? If there was a costume in there you were gunning for, you still have the shot. So there are 9 costumes in the Hell's Kitchen box, and they focus specifically on characters from the Netflix series Marvel's The Defenders. So right here we see the first costume for Luke Cage, and this costume is the new hood up version with bullet holes. As you can see, he's got some bullet holes throughout the costume where he's been shot at, as he always is. Luke Cage, the ruiner of hoodies. So that is the first costume for him. The second costume that will be available for him is going to be his standard Marvel's Luke Cage costume. So this obviously is not the default on the console, so not necessarily everybody has it. Obviously, if you do have it, if you happen to get that, I think it was like the Marvel Knights pack that was in the store, and you got this costume, then you'll get Essence for it. So those are the two costumes that will be in the loot box for Luke Cage. Next up, we have the Daredevil, and this is the new costume that I showed off some gameplay for, the Maskless Daredevil, and it's pretty cool. It's basically just a variation of the one with the mask on. So this is one of the 3 Daredevil costumes that is going to be available in this loot box. The other costume will be obviously the one with the mask on. I know for me personally, this is the one that I'm going after, and I can't wait for. It's the one I've been waiting for ever since they brought Daredevil over, and I think you're going to start seeing a lot of people running around with this costume for their Daredevil. The third costume is actually a variant costume in the normal Marvel Heroes Omega on PC. This is the battle damaged Man Without Fear costume. It features him in a gray sweatsuit with some Adidas looking kicks, and he's gone through the ringer. You can see he's bleeding from the cheeks. Looks like he's got some other marks here, and he's got 2 white sticks, and it goes together and forms nunchucks apparently, and a staff. He's got the bandana on. Now, the standard version of this costume is this one, where it goes completely over his head and he's not bleeding. So this is not going to be one of the costumes, the standard Man Without Fear. It is very specifically the battle damaged version of the Man Without Fear costume for Daredevil. So you've got the 3 different versions here. You have the Maskless, you have the mask on, and then you have the battle damage. So like most people, I think this is the one that I am most excited for out of all 9 loot boxes, to be fair. This is definitely the one that I want the most. So there we go. That is what we have for Daredevil. So next up we have the Punisher, and sadly this is not one of the costumes for the Punisher. It just happens to be the last one that I had on. But you will be able to get this one right here. This is the Netflix version of the Punisher. This is actually called Marvel's Daredevil Punisher costume. So again, people might have gotten this costume if they got that Marvel Night pack, as I think this was the second costume for Punisher. But the only other way that you've been able to get it so far is before the costumes got put into loot boxes. So this is going to be available in the loot box for Punisher, Marvel's Daredevil Punisher costume, featuring the John Bernthal version of the Punisher. Next up is Iron Fist. Iron Fist has one costume in the actual pack, and it is his Marvel's Iron Fist costume. And for some people, you might have gotten this free in the PlayStation 4 store. I think this might... Actually, no. I think I'm thinking of the Man Without Fear costume. There was a costume like this that was already available for Iron Fist, and I don't remember how we got it, but it hasn't been available for a while. So here's the thing. Obviously, you have to have Iron Fist unlocked, and in order to do that, you had to have purchased all 5 of the major founder packs. I don't know if he's still obtainable at this point on either PlayStation or Xbox. Somebody could certainly clarify in the comments below. But if you do have Iron Fist, like I do, you'll be able to possibly get this costume right here. I know some people are a little disappointed that he did not get a new costume for the Defenders, but he doesn't... I mean, I guess this is kind of a spoiler, but, you know, I think it's out there. He doesn't get into costume in the Defenders, so... I mean, literally the only other thing they could have done is they would have had him in a suit and tie. And quite frankly, I don't really need that costume. So I'm okay with this. It is what it is. And that is what we have for Daredevil. I'm sorry, Iron Fist. Last but not least, we have 2 costumes for Elektra. And obviously, we still do not have an official announcement of when Elektra is going to be available. Speculation is that she will hopefully launch this Thursday, along with the Hell's Kitchen loot box. Not confirmed. Don't know. Who knows? I'm hoping that's the case. But the fact of the matter is, you would think that if they're putting 2 costumes in the loot box, that obviously it's going to make sense to add her to the game. I don't know if she's going to get a pack, kind of like Black Cat did, or if they'll make her just available immediately for everybody, so stay tuned. But as soon as we know, I'll certainly let you know. So for Elektra, she has her Marvel's Daredevil costume, and this is a pretty rad costume as far as I'm concerned. So, and then you have the new variation that I showed off last night. This is the, I guess they're calling it the just Maskless costume. And, you know, I talked about it already in basically 2 videos, I think. You got the no sash kind of coming down on both sides. So as Valber Paradox said in one of the comments, unobstructed view, if you will. Also, she has no mask over her face, so she's got her hair in a ponytail. This is the Elodie Young version of Elektra. So I like it. Obviously, the standard costume that comes with her is going to be this one when she does launch. I'm assuming anyway. I don't know what the alternate costume is, though. There is, and I wasn't really prepared for this. I put her costume away. Well, we'll just go into the store for it, I suppose. There isn't really many other costumes for Elektra as far as that is concerned. The only other costume she really has is the Ultimate costume. So I don't know that they're going to really launch her with 4 costumes. But we do know that she's going to probably launch with her standard costume. And then she's going to have these 2 costumes as well. My best guess is if they don't do the Ultimate costume, this will be the second costume for Elektra. So obviously, as is always the case, if you do get a costume for a character that you already have, you're just going to get Marvelous Essence that you can apply towards another costume for another character. So another thing that I do want to mention is there are a ton of costumes that are going to be in the store at this point. You are no longer going to go to Moondragon. There's been some confusion for some reason. I don't really know what it is. Usually Moondragon's standing right here, and you would buy costumes with your essence here. You're still going to use Marvelous Essence to buy the costumes. However, you're going to do it from the in-game store. So Moondragon will still sell things, just not costumes. So if in order to unlock your costumes with Marvelous Essence and not G, you go into the regular store like you normally would. I'm on PC, otherwise I'd show you. But I think that's as clear as I can make it. But there were still some questions the last time I tried to explain it. I'll have a list of all the costumes that are going to be available still in the description below. So if you don't see the costume that you want and it's at the vendor right now, you might want to be prepared to purchase it before the servers go down on Thursday. I'm imagining that, typically what they do is they have the servers go down at like 6 a.m. Pacific, and they're back up by 9 a.m. Pacific or noon Eastern time. So that is what I'm anticipating being the case for Thursday. And when they come back, I'm thinking we might see Elektra, but again, I don't know. And otherwise, as soon as we do know, you'll know, because I'll probably have a stream going live. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know we've kind of talked about this over the course of a couple videos the last couple days, but they finally gave us the official announcement today. 9 costume in the Hell's Kitchen loot box. And yeah, they'll be out on Thursday, the 24th of August. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see ya.